as captain, Thomas returns to lead a young, very inexperienced Wildcat football team. Senior Ben Carter has been moved to the feature tailback position from wide receiver, and junior Tony Valencia draws the start at fullback. Like Seymour, Ansona is also inexperienced. Adam Richmond starts at quarterback after 2 years quarterbacking the JVs. The Chargers have the running backs, 5 in all. Establishing consistency in the ground game and allowing Richmond to grow at quarterback are among Ansona's early season goals. From the Barber Field in Seymour, it's Ansona against Seymour in an important NBL opener brought to you by Adams Superfood Stores on Telemedia's High School Football Game of the Week. Hello again, everyone. Ed Clements, Buddy Chernovich from the Barber Field in Seymour. Buddy, I had an opportunity to talk to Coach Paul Sponheimer of the Seymour Wildcats this week. I asked him about the challenges of coaching a very young, inexperienced team. He said it works both ways. One of the positives, it really is rewarding for the coaching staff. You've been a coach. What are the problems? What's your perspective on coaching a very young, inexperienced team?
Obviously, with a young team, it's going to be mistakes. The kids are going to have to learn from their mistakes, and the fact that they're all young gives the coach a chance to really see some growth in this program. But on the first game against a veteran football team, I think Paul Sponheimer, if he had his choice, would like to have a little bit more of a veteran, well-tested group. But he's coming to the table with what he has, and he usually does a great job, and we can expect a good quality Seymour football team.
Now, a good player to start with, of course, is their quarterback. He's a great one, Matt Thomas.
Matt Thomas really is. Last year in the championship game, he had a great game for them. The football team has to get to Matt's level, and we don't know whether they're going to be here today, but they will, I think, by the end of the season. But Matt is going to face a challenge because he's going to have to do an awful lot for this football team if they're going to be successful.
Now, on Ansona's, on their side of the field, third straight year, they start a senior at the quarterback position. Now, we know this young man can kick the ball, Adam Richmond. He was the JV quarterback the last couple of years. He steps into big shoes in Ansona.
Certainly does. There's a history of quality quarterbacks that he's following in. And even as a senior, he has an advantage with some experience, but he really hasn't had a lot of game varsity experience. He's got to be, he's going to be tested today again with a Seymour defense, and it'll be interesting to see how he fares very early in the football game.
All right, would you say that mistakes play a big key in a game that apparently is as evenly matched as this one?
I think mistakes will play be the major deciding factor in this football game.
We'll be right back with Seymour Ansona football right after this.
Adams Superfood Store is serving you better and saving you more with everyday low prices in every department. From tempting baked treats to hand-picked produce, from fresh seafood to delectable deli meats, you'll find the best in quality and selection everywhere you look. And you'll save even more on already low prices with the Adams Club Card. Adams Superfood Store, serving you better, saving you more.
Receive a free Turkey Dollar certificate for every $50 you spend using your Adams Club Card. Each certificate is worth $1 toward the purchase of your Thanksgiving turkey and fixings.
I didn't know she would die. I loved her. I should have gotten tested. I just didn't know.
Over 200,000 Americans are living with HIV, unaware of their status. Take the test, take control. For the HIV testing location near you, call the National AIDS Hotline, 800-342-AIDS.
Welcome back, everyone. We're just moments away from the opening kickoff to our Telemedia High School football season. Ansona against Seymour, two intra-valley rivals and Naugatuck Valley League rivals. Before we begin, let us remind our viewers that this Telemedia High School Game of the Week is brought to you by your friends at Adams Food Stores. Seymour won the opening coin flip. They have deferred their option to the second half. Ansona will get the football first. Buddy, we could not have asked for a better day to lift off the football season.
Absolutely gorgeous, and when we talked to Billy Gargano, the new athletic director, and congratulations, Bill, he mentioned that the field was underwater right up until really yesterday. They couldn't get on it. You look around, they've got a brand new scoreboard here at Seymour, and also the Cats are in brand new uniforms. So as we begin this new 1999 season, Seymour coming off a state title, they're ready to go.
And the uniform you just saw in your picture, that's the kicker, Mike Capusta, going deep. The opening kickoff, we're underway. That's Julius Freeman for the Chargers. Up across the 35-yard line. But I think the ground caused the fumble, so it'll be Ansonia's football. Let's take a look now at the Ansonia offense. First of all, in the backfield, the quarterback is Adam Richmond. The running backs are Quayton Jackson, Julius Freeman, and Andre Tinney. And the split end is Jared Mott. Let's take a look now at that line. The two returnees on the line for Ansonia, Pete Mannion and Keith Nelson. Although Nelson will look up at right guard, last year he was the left offensive tackle. First down for the Chargers. The pitch, that's Julius Freeman with the football. Some good running room off the right side to the 45 or thereabouts. Nick Bellucci on the tackle for the Seymour Wildcats. Now let's take a look at that Seymour defense. And speaking about Nick Bellucci, he is in for the injured Kurt Perrell on the front four. Now the linebackers on the secondary for the Cats. Ansonia quickly out over the football, second and short. They give it to the fullback. That is Quayton Jackson, and Jackson for the first down into Seymour territory before he's taken down by Matt Thomas.
Good job on the first two plays by Ansona. They pick up a first down. Just running the football, coming right at Seymour. You notice just straight ahead handoff to that left side. Good job by the fullback, just breaking a tackle. Jackson picks up the first down yardage before Matt Thomas brings him down. Ball at about the 46-yard line.
Ansonia will go to the I-back formation, and they'll toss again. That is Julius Freeman. Freeman will be wrapped up at the line of scrimmage. A couple of the Cats in on the play. Mike Capusta, along with Mike Thompson, who looked to me number 78 defensive tackle.
Good job by Seymour that time. Their defense coming up, stopping Freeman as he tried to turn the corner on the pitch. Same play they opened the game with. It's a second down, a little more than 10 for the Ansonia Chargers.
And to the bottom of your screen, that is Jared Mott, split end. And they go back to the bone, and Tinney finding a little running room there as he gets maybe to the 45 of Seymour. And again, Bellucci in on the tackle for the Cats.
Just straight ahead, they've got the two blocking backs coming ahead. Jackson along with Tinney. Freeman unable to pick up any yardage, maybe a yard at the most. Third and long passing situation. Get a look at Bobby Kello and the rest of the Seymour coaching staff. Big third down play here early in the first quarter for the Chargers.
Ansonia tight end, that's David Reese to the right side. Third and long, the first passing situation. A left-handed quarterback, Richmond, will throw it out, a short pass to Mott for an Ansonia first down inside the 35 of Seymour. Ben Carter on the Seymour tackle.
Good job by this senior quarterback, Adam Richmond. Sits in the pocket and just hits the out. Mott just turns it out right at the down marker. He'll break a little tackle here and pick up the first down right at the 35-yard line. So an excellent throw on the first throw of the year by Adam Richmond to Mott for the first down.
Robert Lisi now checks in at the split end to the right side, and Quayton Jackson powers his way off the right side, breaks a couple of tackles, and gets down to the 32-yard line. Getting up is Sean Cavanaugh, one of the Seymour tacklers.
Fullback Jackson just gets over that right side. Breaks a tackle at the line of scrimmage, picks up about 2 on that before he's wrestled down. It'll be a second and about 8 for Ansonia. They're at about the 32-yard line of the Seymour Wildcats.
Second down for the Chargers, running out of the wishbone. That's Tinney. He slowed up at the line of scrimmage.
Tinney, the ball carrier.
Cavanaugh on the stop for Seymour.
Ansonia tries to get the two blocking backs in front of the ball carrier. You see Jackson along with Freeman. Tinney really runs into some problems right at the line of scrimmage. Doesn't get much. It'll be a 3rd and 5. Jack Hunt right there talking to Adam Freeman or to Adam Richmond as he comes out of the huddle. Again, a throwing situation for the Chargers.
And they're on the 30-yard line of the Cats. It's going to be an option, and Richmond will option it to Tinney. And Tinney wending his way to the 20, inside to the 15 and inside the 10 for an Ansonia first down at the Seymour 8-yard line before it's taken down there by Steve Panaleo, now in the secondary for the Cats.
A couple of great blocks as Richmond comes out. The end does a good job forcing the pitch, and then as he gets around the corner, watch Jackson will clear out some bodies. It allows the running back, Tinney, to get down. Great job into the secondary as he crosses the 10-yard line. It's a first and goal for the Chargers.
First and goal from the
First
8.
and goal from the 8. They'll toss it to Julius Freeman, and he is stacked up at the line of scrimmage. The left side of that Seymour defense combines on the tackle and push him back a couple. Kapusta along with Tottenham. Before, we didn't have a chance to tell you, but that the linebacking core, it is an all-new core this year for Paul Sponheimer, Mike Kapusta, Josh Tottenham, and Ken Mastriani. Mastriani, a transfer from Fairfield Prep. Second and goal for the Chargers. They're at the Seymour 10. We're just underway from here at the Barber Field in Seymour. Our opener, Telemedia Sports. That's Freeman inside the 5, and the junior running back to the 3-yard line, taken down there by Thomas.
Ansona comes out of the eye this time, just straight ahead blocking along the front. Freeman follows Jackson right up the middle, down close to that goal line. He's about the 3 on a 3rd down now for the Chargers. Good job by Freeman getting it to the 3-yard line.
Ansona double tights. Left side is Adrian Freeman. Right side is David Reese out of the I-back formation. Again, that is Julius Freeman. The ball is popped there. It's popped at the 2-yard line. A wild scramble. Let's see who came up with the football. He was hit as he got to the line of scrimmage, and a wild scramble there. And they're now unpiling the players.
Seymour comes up with it.
Recovered the fumble.
Ball is going to pop out right at about the line of scrimmage. You watch number 7 come in, watch the ball. It'll go straight up in the air as he gets hit there. Number 89 gets the pop in there. That's Mastriani, and then it just comes up. And he almost gets it back, and then there's a dive for it, and Seymour's going to come up with it right at the goal line. So a big play by that Seymour defense, as they will start right on their old goal line. First down and 10.
So Seymour, rather Ansonia, took the opening kickoff march right down the field. They fumbled it away at the 1-yard line. And we'll keep it the Seymour lineup in just a little bit. And that is Matt Thomas, Mr. Everything for Seymour, on a quarterback draw or sneak. And let's take a look now at the Seymour offense. First of all, in the backfield, we start with Matt Thomas, a 5'10", 165 senior. Running backs are Tony Valencia and Ben Carter. The wide receiver, Steve Pantaleo and Rob Cassidi. And on the line, Jason Barker, the only returning starter. He's been moved, though, to the center position. Derek Jones did see some action on the offensive line last year. Aside from those 2 players, very, very green on the offensive line. Give you the Ansonia defense in a little bit.
2nd and 9.
Rizzio's checked in at the tailback spot. He'll see an awful lot of action at that position. And again, Carter takes it himself, just trying to wedge it out, takes it out to the 4-yard line before he's hammered there by the Ansonia defense. Let's take a look at that Ansonia defense. The defensive tackles are Wilbur Howard, Ryan Wood, and Keith Nelson. The ends who have more experience for Ansonia, Freeman started at one of the end positions last year. Quayton Jackson saw a lot of action at defensive end. The linebackers are Jason St. Jakes and David Reese, who has had a great preseason, and now the secondary also for Ansonia. 3rd and long for the Cats. Inside their 5, I-back formation. The quarterback is Thomas. And Matt is looking to throw. It's a fly pattern. Has a receiver out there, but he well overthrows Ben Carter, who's been used now as a wide receiver, and passes incomplete, bringing up a kicking situation.
Thomas is not going to let this one get picked off. He just tries to get a fly pattern outside. You see Charles Wickfield, number 22, does a good job on coverage. We're really well overthrown, and it brings up a 4th and punting situation for Seymour. 5:44 left to go in this first quarter as Seymour unable to move the football after recovering the fumble on Ansonia's first possession.
For the Wildcat.
Matt Thomas standing deep in his own end zone, almost at the end line, and Matt will kick it off. It's a short punt, but he'll get it out of immediate danger for the Cats. It'll roll dead at the 29 of Seymour. And we've got a break in the action. With the break, let's take this timeout.
At Housatonic Lumber, we are a paint store within a store. Inside and out, we have everything you need. With computer color matching, interior odorless paint, and 2,000.
Welcome back, everyone. Buddy had a chance to talk to Jack Hunt and Paul Sponheimer before the game, and he asked both coaches the same question. First of all, he asked Jack Hunt, what keeps you coming back year to year?
Well, I appreciate that, but I think the big thing is, that right now you don't know because you've been in the profession, that that the feeling in the pit of your stomach right now. 53 years old, been coaching for 27 years, and it's still the same feeling. I'm can't sleep. I'm out, scouting, watching film. So I mean, and it plus it keeps you young. Look at me, 53 years old. I look like I'm about 25, right? But no, I enjoy it. I enjoy the kids, and I really enjoy the challenge, and that's the main reason.
Welcome back, everyone. Paul Sponheimer for Seymour was also asked the same question. What keeps you coming back, Coach, year to year? Paul is entering his 20th year as head coach up here at Seymour.
Well, personally, it's just a program and it's kids. There were coaches here, Joe Gessick, Dan Heffernan, for me when I was here as a football player. I just feel it's my place and time now to be here. I love the game of football, and as long as there's young men that genuinely want to come out here and play football the way it's supposed to be played, I hope that my tummy will still feel the way it feels right now, and I just believe in the program. Worked hard to create this program so that, it's a program, it's not a football team. And as long as there's kids, everybody talks about bad kids and, things like that. It only takes a couple, 2, 3 good kids to make you overshadow a lot of bad. And I've been fortunate. I've had a great parents group that have sent me good kids, and, we teach them discipline.
Chargers, their second possession. They're going to run. Julius Freeman breaks free at the 20. Touchdown, Ansona. There are no flags. Those are your first
Julius
points
Freeman, 29 yards and a
of the
touchdown
Valley
for
High School
Ansonia.
football season from 29 yards out.
We saw Mr. Freeman just drop the football at the goal line. This time he comes on a counter. Good blocking out in front of him, and he just turns it up the field and really untouched into the end zone for the first score of this 1999 season.
Adam Richmond will attempt the point after out of the hold of Craig Bahoon, and Richmond almost an automatic through the uprights. Every time Richmond kicks an extra point this year, he's adding to his state record. Holds a lot of records. There he is, that young man, and also quarterbacking his first game for the Ansonia Chargers.
I'd like to remind you that today's game is being taped by Channel 10. The dynamic duo at Clemens and Buddy Chernovich. Ordinarily this game would be shown tonight, but because of the game being played tonight,
Buddy, your immediate reaction to what we've seen in the first half of this first quarter?
Ansonia has done a very good job early in controlling the line of scrimmage. They've been able to move the football, although Seymour's not had an opportunity starting at their own goal line, but certainly a good drive, 2 drives by the Ansonia Chargers, taking an early 7-0 lead here, and it'll be interesting to really see a very young Seymour football team, how they respond to being down early in this football game, and if they're able to come back and to really establish somewhat of an offensive game for themselves. They need to get a couple first downs here, I think, and get themselves into the game, to get their offense in the game.
A moment ago, you saw Richmond. He does all the kicking off for Ansonia. He'll also be the Ansonia punter when they punt the football, end over end, and he drills it. And that's Carter. And a flag will be dropped as Ben is taken down by Reese at the 17. And let's await the call. Usually it goes against the offense.
Definitely some type of either a clip or a holding penalty against Seymour. It'll back them up inside their own 10-yard line.
Hey, we want our viewers to stay tuned at halftime. A new halftime feature, Adams Hometown Hero, sponsored by Adams Superfood Stores.
Ball is taken on the 5-yard line, and then not a great effort really here getting outside. Not a good block inside. That was Matt Thomas, who did not make a great block for his running back, but the penalty is going to be a clip, as you see Coach Paul Sponheimer there along with the rest of the staff, and this is going to back Seymour inside their 10. Again, they're not going to have very good field position as they start their second possession here against the Chargers.
Buddy, I think one of the keys to Seymour is going to be they're going to really have to develop that running game, because they've been spoiled up here with Sympathy and Aldo for the last few years here and other great running backs. And Carter, really, if he runs out of the backfield spot, if he saw any action offensively, it was at right out position. And it is Carter again at tailback. They're going to have to move the football on the ground. They just cannot leave it up to Matt Thomas. He's a great player, but he's going to need a supporting cast. That is Carter. And he's tripped up at the line of scrimmage. St. Jake's cleans up on the play.
Right in the block area, tackle made by St. John.
One of the 4 captains for the Chargers.
Straight ahead here by the running back, and you see St. Jake's, he's wide open, does a great job of making the stop. About a yard gain for Barker on that first down carry.
Well, Seymour splits their wide receivers. Out to the left out of your picture is Pantaleo, and out to the right is Rob Cassini. The I-back formation, a long count at the line of scrimmage. And Matt Thomas gives on the belly, gives it to Valencia for a couple.
Just an inside read by Thomas to the fullback. Gives him the football again. He is roped up by St. Jake's and company. Picked up about one. It'll again be a third down. This is not the area that Bobby Kello is really willing to risk any option or any throwing here, as Seymour is still backed up just about at the 11-yard line. So Seymour's got to get some room for them to really open that offense up a little bit.
Tight end is DeBona to the right side as they flex him out a little bit on 3rd and long. And Matt Thomas with the football, rolls, throws, and completes it out of the backfield for a first down to the junior, Valencia, 5'10", 170-pound junior.
Fullback will just come through on the fake and then slide to the flat. You'll see him 19 right there coming through, and then Thomas will find him sliding into the flat for the first down. Covers there by Reese, but catch made by Valencia for the first down, the initial first down for Seymour as they get the ball across the 20 and get themselves a little breathing room here for their offense.
First down for the Seymour Wildcats, their initial first down of the 1999 football season. And they're going to give it to Carter. Finds some daylight in the center of the line and breaks a couple of tackles at midfield to the 40-yard line. He'll be taken down from behind by Adrian Freeman. But not before the Cats have a big play early in this football game.
Great job. A little bit of a comeback or a slide. You see good blocking there, especially by Derek Jones. It frees the running back through, and then it's a foot race. Does a good job there avoiding Mott, and then coming to the near sideline. Does not get a block there. And right now, number 4, Adrian Freeman from his defensive end position is going to run him down, but Seymour at the 33-yard line of the Chargers.
First down for the Cats. The bonus steps up tight end to the left side. So the Cats are underway. Second back, he'll get it. That's Rizzio. He's tripped up. It was Jackson who first got a hand on him. And Nelson cleaned up.
Watch Jackson as he defeats the block from number 71, Joe Vidamino, and comes in, makes the stop on the attempted counter. It's a loss of about 2, and a good job by Quentin Jackson as he fought off the block to make the stop. See the ball right at the 35-yard line. 2:42 left in this first quarter.
And Buddy mentioned before the beautiful new scoreboard that was put in operation in Seymour's playoff game here last year under the lights. And we've got a delay of game penalty. Buddy, we talked before the game about youth and inexperienced teams, and there's one of the mistakes right there, not getting the playoff in time.
Sometimes you can blame the coach for not getting it into the huddle, but certainly it's a combination of all of those factors. And Seymour back at the 40-yard line, and second and about 20.
Well, let's see if the Wildcats want to put it up here. Whiteouts either side of the field. Valencia is the fullback. And Thomas fakes it and holds on to the football. He's wrestled down by big Wilbert Howard.
That play was about a second too long in developing as Thomas steps back for the fake. There's a little collision, and then by the time he goes forward, he is really caught by the defensive ends, and the linebackers unable to get anywhere down the field, and it'll bring up a big third down for Seymour.
So it's a 3rd and long for the Cats. 3rd and 15. They are on the Ansonia 38-yard line. We're deep into the first quarter. Ansonia leads at 7-0. Up here at the Barber Field in Seymour. Thomas, a straight drop. He is hit from the backside. It's going to be ruled an incompleted pass. It was Quentin Jackson and David Reese who put the hit on Matt Thomas.
Thomas never sees this one coming. It is Reese who comes absolutely clean from the top of your picture and just drills Thomas in the back, and it's going to bring a punting situation here, up a punting situation. 1:25 left in this first quarter, and Seymour got down to the 35 with just a couple of key mistakes, and they're going to be forced to punt.
And again, it will be Captain Thomas punting it away, and the Chargers, you get the football down in the 10-yard line. You tell your young men not to handle the football normally. It will roll dead at the 2-yard line.
Great kick
rolls dead about the 2-yard line
by Matt Thomas, and Ansona will start at about the 3. This will be their third possession. They enjoy a 7-0 lead, as you see Jack Hunt talking to Adam Richmond. Adam's done a pretty good job here early in this game. 1 for 1 throwing the football. Did a great job with the option and running this offense here for the Chargers as they are ready to go here, backed up at their own 3.
And you got to think Ansona will come out of the huddle with that wishbone, and they are in the wishbone with Jackson, the up back, and Tinney and Freeman behind them.
Good job drawing Seymour off. Nice job with the count by Adam Richmond. That'll give him a little breathing room as they're going to be out to about the 8-yard line.
And there's your indication, encroachment.
Outside Wildcats before the snap.
And there's a little bit of the inexperience along the Seymour front, reacting to the snap count, costing them 5 yards, and they lost a little bit of an advantage having Seymour backed up. Ansona with a little more room with their offense.
1st and 5, it is Freeman holding on to the football as he wedges out a couple yards close to the 10-yard line. Jason Barker on the stop for Seymour.
Again, Ansona is getting those 2 blocking backs out in front of the ball carrier. This time Freeman following Jackson and Tinney picks up a couple. They're short of the first down by about 1.5 yards. See the clock under 1 minute to play here in this first quarter of football.
2nd down and 2.
2nd and short for the Chargers. They give to the up back.
He might not have made it.
And Quayton Jackson is stopped by Mike Kapusta in the middle of that Seymour defense.
Watch 54 Kapusta get a grip right on Jackson, and he doesn't let him go any further. He gets help inside by number 45, Jason Pepe, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. There's no gain on that. So Seymour with 2 pretty tough defensive plays here. So we're not going to get a play off here, I think, before the end of this first quarter, as Ansona's going to stay in the huddle.
And the official time is being kept up here in the press box at Seymour. James Carey doing the honors. And we have played 1 quarter here in a high school football season. Our first quarter score, Ansonia 7, Seymour nothing.
They're hot lunches every day. And at St. Joseph's, your child's soul matters as much as their mind. For registration information, call St. Joseph's in Ansonia today.
We're back, everyone. 2nd quarter action on our telemedia high school football game of the week. Ansonia with a 3rd and short at the 11. They'll pick up the first down. It's Julius Freeman breaking tackles as he gets across the 20-yard line. As we open up the 2nd quarter, it is Barker along with Thomas, the captains for the Wildcats, on the stop.
Off tackle, you see a block by Jackson and allows Freeman to get up inside, picks up the first down yardage as he crosses the 20-yard line. And Ansonia's had very good success getting to the outside against Seymour. They've been boxed in a little bit as they try to run up inside the tackles, but as they get outside the tackles, they've had good success. I think you're going to see him go more outside here in this 2nd quarter.
And they'll toss it quickly. That is Allen Robertson, an exciting sophomore runner. He'll break a tackle, and he'll also lose the football, but I believe Ansonia has held on to the football. I think Seymour would have been jumping up and down if they came up with it. Well, the Clements jinx is intact.
As he turns the corner on the pitch here again, the 2 backs out in front of him. Ball on the wrong arm, and that's one of the reasons why he's going to get it stripped here. As he gets hit, the ball should be on the outside arm. Watch now as he takes a step. Well, we don't get a chance, but the ball just pops to the ground. Ansonia covers up on it.
And 2nd down coming up. Richmond wants to throw on 2nd down. As a receiver out there, it is through the hands of David Reese. At midfield, the pass was there, and right through his hands.
Perfectly thrown ball by Adam Richmond. Reese now just unable to bring it in, and it, again, Richmond stands in the pocket very well, puts the ball right where it should be, and it just goes right through. Reese just unable to pull it in. Third down and about 9 for the Chargers.
And the line of scrimmage is the 25-yard line. They'll send Robertson in motion on 3rd and long, and Richmond again will drop. Looks to be a screen, a middle screen, and now Richmond is scrambling at the 30, at the 40, some running room, midfield, the 40-yard line, and the senior takes it all the way down to the 30-yard line of the Cats. The Bona on the stop for Seymour along with Ben Carter. Let's see if there's any flags on the play. No flags, and so a big run by the senior quarterback.
This one looks screen all the way as Richmond just keeps dropping and dropping. He's at the 10-yard line before he gets outside. Now watch him do a great job of getting to the sideline and then just picking up some blocking. Great block there by Jackson coming back. And then it's a foot race, and Richmond's got excellent speed. Brings the ball down to the 30 before he is finally dropped by Seymour. Great job by the senior quarterback.
Ansona has it at the 31, and they'll give it to Julius Freeman, who's been the workhorse thus far for Ansonia. About a yard on the play.
Counter action for Ansonia. They'll fake to the fullback, come back to Freeman. Jackson leads through, but again, Seymour does a good job inside stopping that run. About a yard gain for the Charger offense.
Just inside, Bud, the 30-yard line of the Cats. Ansonia leads at 7-0.
Get a look at the chili dog here at Seymour. Along with the chili, it is outstanding here. They have a great concession stand.
Chernovitz.
Get them all.
Thinking of food. That is Tinney again. Kapusta on the stop.
Freeman carries, tackle made by Kapusta.
Again, the counter action, faking to Jackson, coming back with Freeman. Gets around the corner. 76 there. Wilbert Howard out in front. Picked up about 4 for Ansonia. As Eddie has said, Julius Freeman has been carrying the football 90% of the time here for this Ansonia offense.
Now this time, along with Freeman in the backfield, is Robertson. And Quayton Jackson, the fullback. On the option, Richmond wants to cut it up, but he's going to be stopped. Great defense by the Wildcats. Let's see who led it. It was 45, Justin Pepe, along with Sean Kavanaugh.
Richmond comes on the option. He never really looks to make the pitch here, and he's indecisive as he cuts it up. Unable to turn it back, and a good job by number 45, Justin Pepe, on the play. As you see, Jack Hunt, Bob Lisi over there sending the play into Adam Richmond as he's back on the huddle. A 4th down, less than 5 here. The ball on the 25-yard line. Big play for the Seymour defense right here early in this second quarter.
Well, they'll send Mott out to the right side. Reese is the tight end to the left side. Out of the wishbone and movement. They fall forward. Richmond winds up and throws anyway, but that's going to go against Ansonia.
I don't know who'll get the penalty, but Quayton Jackson certainly was moving along with...
Now, you could stop yourself.
You can stop. Yes, you can. But the movement is in the backfield because the offensive line is not... really didn't do anything wrong. So it'll go against the backs. But if you reset yourself for 1 second, there would be no penalty. Or there would have been no penalty.
Now, Richmond got the play off, and it went incomplete. So we turned the football over on down, so the Cats will take over at their 25-yard line.
Good look at Matt Thomas from the rear of that offensive formation.
And Thomas wants to give it to Carter. Carter with some good running room. And it's Mott finally taking him down. In there by Julius Freeman first. And a big first down by the Cats out at the 44-yard line.
Saw that hole open up again, a little bit of a counter play. You get Kavanaugh and Bellucci in front of the ball carrier. Carter turns it up the field, brings it over the 40 to about the 44-yard line. A good job by that Seymour running back, Ben Carter. And he's had 2 very long runs here in this first half.
Bottom of your screen, that is Steve Panaleo. Up on top of your screen, that's Cassini. There's the option from Thomas. And that's Carter. He will be tripped up. A great defensive play by LaRova.
John LaRova is a captain, and he does his job here as it's one-on-one on the option. Thomas does a good job there as Jackson forces the pitch. Ball outside, and watch LaRova get down and make a good, solid tackle. Loss of about 2 for the Wildcat offense. You get a look at Pop down in the corner, Pop Shortle, and Seymour now with a 2nd and long at their own 41-yard line.
I formation, 2 receivers out to the right side. And they'll give to Carter. Carter drilled by Wilbert Howard. Big junior defensive tackle. 6'3", 270 pounds.
And he got all 270 pounds into this hit as he comes, stands up the ball carrier Carter right at the line of scrimmage. Great job on the tackle. It'll be a 3rd and long. Wilbur Howard, big junior for the Ansonia Charger defense.
Now one of the officials coming to the near sidelines to explain something to Coach Sponheimer. And the clock is started once again. Robertson now in at one of the defensive ends for Ansonia. Straight up the middle. That's Valencia, the junior fullback, on 3rd and long.
Valencia, the ball carrier.
Taken down there by St. Jake's along with LaRova.
Good trap inside. You saw number 71 come right into your picture there with the trap. V-domino, and it allows the fullback to pick up pretty good yardage, but not enough for the 1st down. It'll be a punting situation.
It was a 3rd and long for the Cats. Line of scrimmage is the 48-yard line.
Thomas, the bump formation.
High snap from center, but Matt Thomas gets it, pulls it down, and back in single formation is LaRova. LaRova spins out of the tackle, then falls forward to the 29-yard line. We've got a break in the action from here at DeBarber Field in Seymour. Let's take this timeout.
Adams Superfood Store is serving you better and saving you more with everyday low prices in every department. From tempting baked treats to hand-picked produce, from fresh seafood to delectable deli meats. You'll find the best in quality and selection everywhere you look. And you'll save even more. Low prices with the Adams Club Card. Adams Superfood Store, serving you better, saving you more.
Receive a free Turkey Dollar certificate for every $50 you spend using your Adams Club Card. Each certificate is worth $1 toward the purchase of your Thanksgiving turkey and fixings.
We're back, everyone. Ansonia, after the Seymour punt, will take over at the 29. This reminder that the Telemedia High School Game of the Week is brought to you by your friends at Adams Food Store. Good high school football game, the Valley League opener. Second back will get it. And a loose ball, and the Cats have it. Tinney was the ball carrier. He lost it. And let's see who came up with the ball. Sean Kavanaugh on the loose football. Let's see on replay what happened here.
They come with a counter. They bring the 2 tackles, Mannion and Nelson, in front of it. And watch now as Tinney is going to get hit. And he doesn't even get hit. He actually runs into number 70, Peter Mannion, and loses the football. And it's inside the 25. So Seymour with a big break here in about 5 minutes and 55 seconds left in the second half. Big break for the Wildcat offense.
First down for the Cats. Carter, he's going to be stopped in his tracks. Quayton Jackson, along with Freeman, the ends pinched in.
Nelson got a little piece too as he guards pull, but the ball doesn't get there in time, and it's another loss for the Seymour Wildcats on that little bit of a counter delay that they run, and they run it very successfully, but Keith Nelson and company right in the middle of that, and it'll bring up a 2nd and long for the Seymour offense.
Line of scrimmage is the Ansonia 26-yard line. Cats looking to score their first points of the 1999 season. And Matt Thomas back, rolling to his left, has a seam, and takes a pop as he gets down to the 19-yard line by LaRova.
Watch now, a great job by the quarterback as he allows Jackson to get blocked outside. Vin Domino does a good job. Now the quarterback points out some people, and watch LaRova come right through number 31, Josh Tottenham, to drive the quarterback right out of bounds. Picks up a couple, but it could have been bigger if it wasn't for LaRova. Does a great job on defense. saving a big play.
Ball is just inside the Ansonia 20-yard line. Let's have a third down. On the option. That goes to Carter. He's got a wide opening in front of him. He'll get the first down as he'll get inside the 10-yard line. The corner was open. Julius Freeman on the tackle for Ansonia.
Excellent job by the quarterback. Again, he makes the fake inside, pulls, then gets outside, plays off the end, and then gets the ball outside to Carter. Carter really turns the corner with no one there. Picks up the first down inside the 10 to about the 7-yard line. So Seymour running that option superbly with the quarterback to the option halfback for the big first down.
First and goal at the Ansonia 7. I formation. Thomas takes it himself, spins inside the 5. Touchdown, Seymour. And a trophy scored by their co-captain, Matt Thomas, from 7 yards out.
Ryan Wood, number 64, and Keith Nelson, number 72, are wondering right now what happened. Fake to the fullback. Right here, it looks like the quarterback is dead. He puts his feet to work, shuffles a little bit, and steps into the end zone for 6 points. A great run by Matt Thomas, the senior quarterback.
And that reminds me what Paul Sponheimer and I have talked about Matt Thomas. He's the quarterback, but he's really a back if you really think about it. And he just happens to get the football first as a back. And Kapusta has nodded to score. Mike Kapusta, once again, buddy, Matt Thomas showing his moves.
Great job, really is. Wood and Nelson really had him boxed in, and he sidesteps the tackle at about the 8-yard line, gets into the end zone, ties it up here with 4:28 left to go here in this first half, and Seymour able to convert the mistake made by Ansonia into the 7 points in the tie game. So a very good drive by Seymour, 25 yards, tying touchdown, 4:28 left. And this has developed into a very, very good opening football game here at the Barber Field. And I say one thing, if I was a coach over there on Ansonia's side, the longer the Wildcats stay around here, the more I'm going to be concerned, because this is a young football team, and if they start to believe in themselves here, this could be a heck of a second half for the Chargers, because this Seymour team has grown up an awful lot here, I think, in this first half.
One of the keys for Ansonia coming into the game, Jack Hunt noted to me during the week, was to eliminate mistakes. And Ansonia really, as in last year's game, really turning the football over. You cannot do that against a quality football team. Running it back, that is Robertson, the sophomore, out to the 38-yard line, and Ansonia will set up shop there.
Good field position for Ansonia as they start. You see him coming right up the center of the wedge and across the 35 to about the 38-yard line. Get a look at the Seymour cheerleaders here on what is just a picture-perfect day for football or walking or foliage looking, whatever it is you want to do today. It's just a great day.
First down, that'll be Richmond on the toss. Getting outside, that is Tinney. And Tinney does go out of bounds because he had a clear path to the end zone if he stayed in bounds on the far side of the field. It'll be an Ansonia first down as they try to spring Ansonia's running backs. Thomas drove them out there.
Richmond just on what is called the lead option. You've got
First and 10 Chargers from the Wildcat.
Jackson and Freeman. The pitch is made to Tinney. Again, Tinney likes to carry that ball on the inside. That time he got it to the outside arm just before he got hit. Sidesteps right down the sidelines across midfield to the 46-yard line of the Wildcats.
First down for Ansonia at the Cats 46. Second quarter action. This time they'll try Julius Freeman. He's stopped by Mike Kapusta and cleaned up by Ben Carter on the play.
Kapusta has been really the big guy here on defense for Seymour. Again, the counter. Freeman tries to get to the outside. Kapusta fights through the block, makes the stop. About a half-a-yard gain for the Charger offense. We're down at 3:45 left in this first half of football.
Ball resting at the 45 of Seymour. An ideal day for football. Wishbone for the Chargers. They'll send Tinney in motion. And they slip the screen out. The flare pass to Julius Freeman. Carter will not let him get any room over there on the far side of the field.
Richmond will just take it. As Eddie said, he just flares it out. It's backwards, so it is a lateral. Freeman picks it up, and then it's a foot race. Carter will come across and stop the ball carrier Freeman after about a 5-yard gain. So it's a 3rd and about 5 for the Chargers, right at about the 41.5-yard line of the Seymour Wildcats.
High back formation. Richmond, a straight drop. Now looks to the left. Completes it to Julius Freeman, and Freeman dives forward for the first down, the apparent first down at the 35-yard line. It's Justin Pepe on the stop for Seymour.
Pepe on the stop.
Richmond does a good job selling the screen. Now watch, he sits back and then gets a little more depth before he gets the ball outside to Freeman. Freeman will put his nose straight ahead to pick up the first down as he is whacked at about the 35-yard line, but gets enough for that first down.
Now keep in mind, if Ansona continues on this drive and they want to go to, if they get closer, you always have Adam Richmond as a field goal kicker. Richmond wants a pass on first down all alone. That is David Reese at the 10. Inside the 5 into the end zone as Ansona comes back with a play they tried earlier in this quarter. Richmond to Reese.
Watch Richmond with the fake now. He gives you that open hand, that bare hand, does an excellent job of hiding the football, and then puts the ball right into the hands of David Reese. Reese picks the ball up at about the 11, 12-yard line, and then little stiff arm into the end zone for the 6 points.
So a big score for Ansona with just under 3 minutes to go here in the first half at DeBarber Field. It'll be Richmond.
Great drive, excuse me, Eddie, but that was a great drive after the Seymour score for the Chargers.
And Richmond again on the conversion. Our new score here at DeBarber Field in Seymour is Ansona 14 and Seymour 7. Reminding our viewers at halftime, our new feature, Adams Hometown Heroes, sponsored by Adams Superfood Stores. And also, chance to remind our viewers, our Player of the Game Award, sponsored by Shelton Mitsubishi. Buddy will be, and myself will be making that presentation at the conclusion of the game.
They're going to give us a car to drive around like they do Coach DeMeo, or no? We don't get that car to use for this season?
He gets all the press. Richmond tees it up. 2:51 remaining here in the first half.
Carter Thomas back deep for the Wildcats. Richmond to kick off for the Chargers.
And Richmond kicks it off to the 10 as Carter. And Carter tries to wedge it out, stopped at the 29-yard line.
Carter on the return.
Jim Pepe on the stop for Ansona, number 20.
Trying to get into the wedge. Carter will come straight up the middle. I think Jason St. Jakes is going to get a pop in there too, number 51. He does.
First and 10 at their own 30.
Good stop. Good tackle right at the midsection. 2:44 left. Ansona, or Seymour has a lot of time here. They do have a great 2-minute offense, or usually have a great 2-minute offense. At the 30, they're 70 yards away from a touchdown here and trying to tie this football game up.
Now they're trying to get organized. Now DeBona will go back at the tight end spot. They've got Carter out to this side of the field, and they'll throw to Carter. Ben Carter, but he's going to be stopped after a short pickup. Reese around the football for Ansona, along with Adrian Freeman.
This is a play where they try and bring the outside receiver back under on a little screen and get the lineman out in front. The timing just not right there, but give credit to Ansona. Did a good job of staying right on Carter and making the stop before he has an opportunity to get to the blocking.
And I should have mentioned Tinney. He had the initial stop for Ansona. Second down for the Cats. A little bit more than 2 minutes left in this first half, our first half of the high school football season. They'll run Valencia. He is stuck right there. Is there a fumble on the play? Yes, there is. Ansonia's come up with it.
Number 51, St. Jake's, is going to make this stop and cause the fumble right here. He just knocks the football out. A great hit as he is right into the midsection of the ball carrier. Carter just turned it over, and Ansonia with a great opportunity here with 2 minutes left to go. They are going to have the ball at about the 32 and a half yard line of the Wildcats.
And once again, keep in mind that Ansonia has the talented foot of Adam Richmond, but I think the Ansonia Chargers are looking more like 6. The play fake, backside pressure. Richmond, I don't know if he felt it or not, throws it out. It's almost picked off by Pantaleo on the play. The pass was intended for Jackson out of the backfield.
Ball intended for Jackson.
Adam Richmond will roll again. He's got does a good job with the faking, gets the outside. I think he feels the pressure from the backside as number 53 is right on his back. Able to get out, but throws the ball low. Be able to bring up a second down for the Charger offense here. That was Jason Barker that put the pressure on Adam Richmond from behind.
Line of scrimmage is the 32-yard line after the Seymour turnover. Just under 2 minutes to go here at the Barber Field. Telemedia High School Game of the Week. Ansonia leads at 14-7. An option pass coming up. That's Julius Freeman throwing down. The pass really well overthrown. He was going for Mott. Triple coverage by the Wildcats. DeBona, Mastriani, and let's see if I can get the other number, Carter, on coverage for the Cats.
Seymour does a good job of not bringing up their defensive backs on the pitch, although the Freeman never really sold it. He never made it look like a run. It looked like a pass right from the beginning. You get a look at some of the lovely ladies here at Seymour enjoying what is just a beautiful afternoon, but Freeman never sold it and threw into coverage. Big third down here for the Seymour defense.
Correction, that was Rinaldi on one of the coverage for the Wildcats, not Mastriani. That's Kapusna again, who played a great game defensively the first half for Seymour.
Kapusna has been the cleanup guy as they go with the option as quarterback turns upfield. Number 54, Mike Kapusna, the junior, just turns right with the quarterback, makes the stop, brings up a 4th down. And I think it's a little bit out of the reach of Adam Richmond here, but we will see. 4th at the 31, 1:20 left to go. And again, a very, very big play for the Seymour defense. If they can go in at halftime only down 14-7, I think they're going to have to be very happy.
Ansonia sends trips to the right side. Single back, that is Jackson. Left-handed quarterback will roll right, throws, completes it all alone. It's Jared Mott. And Mott looking for either blockers or what, I don't know, but Mott just goes to the ground. It'll be a first down for Ansonia at the 17.
Ansonia has all 3 timeouts, so they got plenty of time here again. Adam Richmond with a little bit of roll to the near side, sets and then throws back to Mott, who is wide open. Right here, Mott's undecisive about whether to go forward. He just tucks the ball away, gets down at about the 17. It's a first down for Ansonia.
Ansonia battling the clock under a minute. Richmond pulls the ball in, throws. There's a wide open receiver out there. Touchdown. It's held on to. Robert Lisi on the touchdown for Ansonia, the senior split end.
Lisi will run a down out into the corner, and Richmond just puts it perfectly into his hands. Over the coverage, number 24 there, which is DeBona, unable to make the stop or cover the receiver, and Ansonia has 2 quick touchdowns here in the last 3 minutes of this first half.
What a great catch by Robert Lisi. And Richmond will tack on the extra point. And 38 ticks remaining here in the first half up in Seymour. Our new score is Ansonia 21 and Seymour 7.
The Ansonia fans must be very happy, but I'll bet you there's a dad on the sidelines that's also very pleased with that catch.
I know his mother.
Lisi.
I know his mother, and the mother is... She's more proud.
More proud of her son. That's just a great catch.
I think the English is she's prouder.
Prouder. Great job by the senior, and a great throw by Adam Richmond. And Adam Richmond is making me a believer here. As you see a couple of the dogs on the sidelines also here.
Well, let's see.
Those are Coach Kello's dogs. Okay,
Oh.
Bobby Kello, the offensive coordinator, with two, Scooter and Hamlet. Wow, two very big dogs. And
You know-
there's Bobby's wife, Kathy.
And we're talking back and forth with our director, veteran director, Ron Carkett. You know, up here in Seymour, you get the best shots.
It's just a beautiful field and a
Beautiful
area.
setting. Richmond will kick it off, end over end. And it'll come down to Carter. And he'll be knifed under there. Let's see who got to him first, if I can pick up the number. That's David Reese.
Tackle made by St. Jack's.
Well, they give it to St. Jake's, but I thought it was Reese on the tackle. Anyway, let's see what the Wildcats do with the final 33 seconds.
Carter comes up inside. Now it's 29. Reese gets credit first, and then St. Jake's right on top of him. But both of those guys have been around on special teams, around the ball,
Wildcats
on the
first and
tackles.
7
And
at 26.
Seymour now with 33 seconds. I don't think they're going to risk anything here, and they're going to get in and talk a little bit at halftime.
We said that before up here.
Yeah, well,
You know how many
we've
times
been wrong.
You know how many times we said that?
One of the good things about being wrong up here is you don't get the L.
Well, they're going to, on a scissors action, they're going to hand off to Carter. He'll be tied up
Carter on the carry.
for a loss
Brought
on the
down by
play.
Howard.
And Seymour, if they choose to, they don't have to run another play here. They can just run the clock out. Let the clock run out.
Lost the 2, second down and 12.
And I don't
Get a
think
look at the clock under 10, and
I don't think we're going to get off a play. They're going to sit back in that huddle. They're not anxious to get off another play. And the time is official. That's
At
it.
the end of the half, Ansona
Our
21,
first
Seymour
half
7.
here at Seymour's DeBarber Field. Our halftime score, Ansonia 21 and Seymour 7. Back with all of our halftime activities and features right after this.
Tire Shack to come here and have your car serviced.
I've been coming here for 20 years at least.
For tires, shocks, exhaust, batteries, all your car needs, come to Tire Shack. I don't trust this car anyplace else.
For satisfaction guarantee, there's only one call to make. Tire Shack, conveniently located next to the new entertainment cinemas. Stop at any time for your free safety.
Welcome back here at the DeBarber Field in Seymour. Let's go to our new halftime feature, Adams Hometown Hero, sponsored by Adams Super Food Stores.
With me now is Vincentina Cabeza, the recipient of the Hometown Hero, Adams Hometown Hero Award. Congratulations, Tina, and thanks for being with us.
You're welcome, I'm sure.
I guess we're going to talk a little bit about how you were awarded this great distinction. And I know that 27 of your 82 years were spent as an educator here in Seymour.
Right.
And maybe you could just talk a little bit about that.
Right, well, I started teaching actually in 1939 in Oxford in a two-room school, and I taught first, second, third, and fourth grade. And then in 1940, I came to Seymour, and I started teaching in what is now the Board of Ed building. And that used to be the annex school. Right. It was a center school, and I taught in the annex school then. And way back then, in 1947, when I was married, once you were married, you were not allowed to teach, believe it or not. So in June of that year, I didn't willingly retire. I was asked to retire, but it was fine because then I had two boys following that, and Stephen and Paul. And then I went back to school, and when I went back to the Presti, which was then Maple Street School, and I started teaching half a day at first in kindergarten. I went, and I taught, I think, 2 years in fourth grade, and then I went back to my first love, which was first grade, and I ended my career there in 1979.
Wow, all those years.
All those years.
Well, I know now, though, you've been retired for a number of years, but you absolutely remain very active in the community. A couple of things that you're part of are you're the chair of the Healthways Board for Birmingham Group. You're part of the Seymour Board of Education, particularly the building committee at this point. But talk a little bit about why you stay so active and why your community is important.
Well, I think it's because I'm a Seymour native. I've never been anywhere else but Seymour in my life. I went through school here, through grammar school and high school. My children went through grammar school and high school here. My husband migrated from Ansona, and he came here when he was in high school. So this has been my home all my life. My father had a barber shop on Bank Street for 50 years. So Seymour is really my hometown, and I feel that it gave me my education, and it gave me my livelihood because it gave me a job to teach. And I just feel in return that I owe something back. So I guess that's why I volunteer to do the different things I do. And I guess because it keeps one young. Doesn't let you show your age. But I just enjoy doing things, and I enjoy people. I guess I'm a people person. I enjoy being with people.
Now, I know one of your pet projects is part of the High School Volunteer Action Council. And I know that this year you were very instrumental in having a shower for the Umbrella Battered Women's project in Ansonia. So is that a good combination of your education experience and your volunteerism?
Yes. You know, Liz, I can't think of any group that I'm more proud of than the whole valley, not only Seymour, but Ansonia, Derby, and Shelton. Those young people in that volunteer council are absolutely wonderful examples of our young people. I think they really are. They do so many, many wonderful things. I can't enumerate them all, but they do walkathons, they collect food, they do toys for tots. And, you know, we read so much in the paper about these kiddos that get in all kinds of trouble. And I like to zero in on these young men and women who, to me, are great. I love each and every one of them, and they have done such wonderful things. And this shower this year for the Umbrella was, I think, outstanding. They came loaded with everything for that house that we have in Ansonia. And to me, a great big thank you should be given to every one of those young people that had anything to do with that. I love them all. They're great.
Well, speaking of thank yous, we want to thank you for your contribution to the community. And since you're so young, we know it'll be going on for a long time. And we'll be right back with the presentation of the certificates for our Vincentina Cabeza, our first Adams hometown hero.
Adams Superfood Store is serving you better and saving you more with everyday low prices in every department. From tempting baked treats to hand-picked produce, from fresh seafood to delectable deli meats, you'll find the best in quality and selection everywhere you look. And you'll save even more on already low prices with the Adams Club Card. Adams Superfood Store, serving you better, saving you more.
Receive a free Turkey Dollar certificate for every $50 you spend using your Adams Club Card. Each certificate is worth $1 toward the purchase of your Thanksgiving turkey and fixings.
With us now is Renee Kometz, Customer Service Manager at Adams and Seymour. Renee, thanks for being with us. And Renee is going to present Tina with some certificates from Adams.
Tina, this is for you. Congratulations from Adams.
Thank you very, very much. And I'm sure that I'm going to use it because I shop at Adams all the time.
Welcome back, everyone. Unfortunately, we will not be able to present the Ansonia Pom-Pom girls because they are going to be facing the Ansonia and the visiting side of the field here at the Barber Field. So we hope to catch the girls next weekend against, well, I'm sure we will, against the Holy Cross Crusaders. Now it is time for another feature at halftime on Telemedia. Valley Worthy of Note.
Welcome to Valley Worthy of Note, a bi-weekly update of people, places, and events making news in your communities. Improving life in the Valley is always on the minds of Healthy Valley 2000. Several interesting projects are currently being developed. Education mini-grants up to $500 are being offered to local educators. A Riverfest is being planned on the Housatonic River for Columbus Day 2000, and a Valley Heritage driving tour is about to be released. The driving tour can be found on the Electronic Valley.
When Healthy Valley began 5 years ago, there was a commitment among all of its stakeholders that it wouldn't end up being just a report that sat on a shelf, but that there would be some actual concrete projects and initiatives that would actually improve the quality of life that would be done by the community volunteers that are involved. And I'm proud to say 5 years later that a lot of great projects have been initiated, such as the Valley Heritage Driving Tour, which is just one example of about 30 different initiatives that are taking place.
The brand spanking beautiful Ansonia High School opens September 8th. The new facility will be home to about 540 students this year. Classrooms, gymnasium, lecture hall, auditorium, and media center are impressive highlights of the facility. It's quite a change from the former school on Howard Avenue, which is undergoing massive improvements.
We've been saying for years now that it isn't the building alone, it's not going to do it. But if you walk through this facility, you will notice that it is very student-focused, and it has so much potential for developing programs that will help our students become the best educated students for the new millennium.
Since 1934, the Scatolini-Lucarelli family has been making and serving pizza in Derby. The restaurant, located on Hawthorne Avenue, is always packed with patrons who love pasta and pizza Roseland style. And they are not alone. Roseland has been featured in the September issue of Gourmet magazine and praised for their culinary delights. The attention is no surprise to locals and just what the owners are striving for.
A lot of people have suggested I expand, I get more room. But my thought is to leave it alone, to keep on the family tradition. Do everything by hand, our homemade pastas, our homemade filling. The pizza is also tossed by hand. And if we have to, in an emergency, both my sons and my grandson can mix by hand also. So if our mixer ever broke down, there's no problem. I don't see any difference. We're going to continue along the tradition. We will add some, Gary will add his gourmet dinners. He changes them weekly, and he will come out with new ones. But other than that, we are going to keep it the same way.
Fighting crime has come a long way since the days of Elliot Ness. New technology has yielded crime-fighting tools that help crack cases in a fraction of the time it used to. A high-speed computer with digital imaging assists Derby police detectives in comparing fingerprints, creating photo lineups, and zooming in on crime scenes. The department has built a database containing 1,400 photographs that can be used to help identify suspects. Derby Police Detective Sergeant Gerald Narowski finds the payoff is huge in terms of the time it takes to solve a case.
This technology is going to allow us to take our detectives out of the dark room and out of the file room and put them out in the street following up on investigations in a more timely manner. It's going to allow them to search through relational databases and get that information that much more quickly.
Frank Conroy must have experienced a sense of déjà vu when he was recently sworn in as Seymour's first selectman. Conroy, who last held the position of the town's top official in the early 80s, was appointed to an interim term of 97 days until a new selectman is elected and sworn in. Conroy is replacing John O'Toole, who resigned to take a position with Northeast Utilities. Seymour's charter requires that departing selectmen be replaced by a town resident of the same party.
As the interim first selectman, I will be finishing up some of the jobs that John O'Toole has started. I feel it's very important that these jobs are completed so that when the new first selectman comes in, he can start his own programs.
Valley Worthy of Note has been a presentation of Telemedia Company.
Welcome back, everyone. We're set for second half action. It'll be Seymour with the first crack at the football. Richmond drills the second half kickoff. Carter still on his feet, out to the 30-yard line, and then hemmed in and taken out of bounds. Far side of the field. Carter was almost tripped up back at the 15-yard line. It was Adam Richmond, the kicker for Ansonia, on the stop.
And Adam was the last guy here. You see Carter there almost knocked to the ground and then breaks the tackle and gets to the outside. Notice how he switches hands with the football, keeping it on the outside. Now Adam Richmond will come in here, number 12, and drive him out of bounds at about the 40-yard line.
So it'll be a first down for the Cats, and they start in good field position, 2 scores down as we enter the third quarter of play. The give to the up back, the fullback, Valencia.
Ball carried by Carter. Tackle made by
That's Carter on the carry. Correction. Pete Mannion on the stop for Ansonia. Now in at one of the defensive tackles.
Get 1 yard, second down and 9.
Good job by the outside of Ansonia, and that's Mannion who will get credit for the stop for just trying to get that quick handoff. Seymour just trying to get something started here to begin this second half. As Eddie said, they're 2 touchdowns down, and usually the first couple minutes of the third quarter goes a long way in determining the outcome of a football game.
2nd and 9 for the Cats, just underway from here at the Barber Field in the third quarter. Our telemedia high school game of the week. Carter at midfield. Tries to get it outside, and Mott tries to make the tackle. He gets out of the grasp of Mott, taken down eventually at the 36 by Andre Tinney. But a fine running effort by senior running back Ben Carter.
Again, they just come with this handoff up inside, and then Carter picks his way through the front of the offensive line and then makes a couple good moves here. He breaks a tackle there from number 8, Larova. Mott misses him, and then coming back from the backside, you'll see number 6, Tinney, finally dragging him down at the 35.
So the Cats are in business in their first drive of the second half. Carter on the straight dive play falls forward to the 32-yard line. Taken down by Reese on the play. And a correction. Josh Tottenham, the ball carrier, 5'8", 175-pound senior.
Get a 3 yard, 2nd and 7.
Let me set that backfield for you.
Jack Hunt talking to his defense. Seymour's had a couple big runs here by Carter. A couple blocks at a key point. There might have been touchdowns on that, but Ansonia with backside pursuit has been able to stop that as we get to the 2nd and about 8.
Cats go into a split backfield, and they're running Carter along with Tottenham. That was Carter on that carry. And into the center of the line for a short pickup.
Ansonia closes this down as you get the guards and tackle pull. You see number 76 just fight through the block. That's again Wilbert Howard. No gain on that play. It's a big third down here for the Wildcats, and they've got to get something here. They need to get some points. Even though we're early in this second half of football, Seymour has to get back into this with a touchdown.
I don't think either of us mentioned we both had a chance to go out among the crowd at halftime. There's a great crowd up here at Seymour.
Very, very big crowd here.
Big crowd on this Sunday afternoon. Being dragged down. The quarterback, Matt Thomas.
By Jackson.
Quayton Jackson.
Quayton Jackson just reads this very well as they try to fake, and then Jackson just drags Thomas to the turf right around the 50-yard line. A big loss for Seymour that is going to put them in a punting situation. But Jackson came off the fake and made the stop, and it's going to force Thomas back inside his own 40 to punt the football.
The snap from center, and Matt will get the punt off. A fine punt. And Larova elects to just let the football roll dead at the 13-yard line, and that's where Ansonia will go on offense. Their first possession in the second half.
Good form by Matt Thomas as he drops the ball, and it will roll dead. Larova does not come up for the fair catch as it hit about the 23 and will roll another 10 yards inside. So about the 13.
So Ansonia takes over after the Matt Thomas punt. They lead at 21-7 by virtue of 2 late scores in the first half. On the toss, that is Julius Freeman. He's dragged down from behind. Capusta, what a job the 6', 186-pound junior has done here this afternoon.
He's done an excellent job of going with the flow and then coming up behind the blockers. Watch as he just comes behind the 2 blocking backs. You see Tinney and Jackson out in front of it, and Capusta comes right up behind it and nails the ball carrier. About a 1.5 yard, 2 yard gain, but a good job by Mike Kapusna, the junior, 6 foot, about 186 pounds.
Out of the bone, that's Tinney.
Kapusna again.
And cleaning up on the play. Thomas from the
Tinney
secondary.
Stop made by Thomas.
Tinney comes on the counter. They fake to Jackson. Watch Kapusna right here come into your picture. He'll get a piece of him, and then Thomas will come in to clean up. A loss of about 2. Good job by the Wildcat defense. Big third down for Ansonia as they're backed up at about their 11-yard line. Let's get a good look along the sidelines. Seymour, their new uniforms.
Looking sharp out there. The Class M champs from last year. Richmond back to throw, tucks it under, now running the football. And the senior quarterback has picked up the first down for Ansonia. Stopped by Carter and Kapusna.
Kapusna assisting on the stop.
Justin Pepe is going to remember this tonight about 12:30 in his dreams. Watch Richmond here as he makes number 45 miss. Allows Richmond to go down and pick up the first down, and a great run by senior quarterback Adam Richmond, and he's done everything here for Ansonia.
First down for the Chargers at the 26. Richmond on first down will air it out. He's got Reese out there, and Reese on the reception. Down the far sideline, David Reese will go in for the Ansonia score.
Richmond's pass complete.
A 74-yard touchdown
To
strike.
reach 74 yards and a Charger touchdown.
Adam Richmond just puts this one again right into the hands. David Reese's second touchdown. Gets the ball at about the 30, and then it's just a foot race, actually the 40, and David Reese untouched into the end zone. Great throw from Adam Richmond, and 6:43 left. Ansonia up 27-7.
And Richmond to add to his state record.
Kick is good. Scoring our lead. Chargers 28.
And he does so.
Wildcat
Our
7.
new score here at the Barber Field in Seymour. It is Ansonia 28, Seymour 7. Back after this.
Shopping for men's and boys' clothes can lead to a mall ordeal. Not when you shop at B&L Men's and Boys Store. B&L has been dressing men of all ages and sizes in the Valley since 1941. Their customer service and quality merchandise are just part of what separates them from other stores. B&L also has low everyday prices, a great selection of tuxedo rentals, and in-house embroidery. B&L Men's and Boys Store, 350 West Main Street, Ansonia, across from Big Y. B&L Men's and Boys Store, where you'll always find something on sale.
Okay, we're back, everyone. Well, Adam Richmond, his third touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the second strike to tight end David Reese. Reese's first year at that tight end spot. Most of his action last year was in the defensive secondary. Combination tight end and a linebacker this year. Carter, the ball squirts loose out of bounds, but it'll be the Wildcats football. And now they're down by 3 scores. And a reminder to our viewers that the Telemedia High School Game of the Week is brought to you by your friends at Adams Food Stores. And let me mention also, before I forget, our spotters up here, our first game of the season, a 9th grader freshman at Seymour, Jesse Schlemmer, up here at Seymour, and Ryan Coffey, a sophomore at Amity. Now, what's somebody from Amity doing up here at this game? I don't know. He's scouting. No reason to scout, though. Amity doesn't play either one of these teams. First down pass goes incomplete. Pass was intended for Carter. Off the play fake.
Seymour's trying to get a big play here, and really great coverage by Tinney. Ball overthrown, and brings up a second down. Seymour's going to have to open it up really here as they are down 3 scores. 6:31 left in the third quarter, and Ansonia really dominating since the end, near the end of the first half.
Well, the backfield, the Bud in the DI now, setting it behind Thomas. We have Josh Tottenham, the fullback, and Charlie Rizzio is the tailback, and Carter has gone back to a customary spot for him, a wide out position. But you're going to see Carter all over on the offensive scheme of things for Coach Paul Sponheimer this year. They want to get the ball into Carter's hands as much as possible.
And I think I said Seymour dominating. It's Ansoni's been dominating here since the end of the first half as they put 2 touchdowns on the board with about 4 minutes left in the half and come back right away with a big play by quarterback Adam Richmond. Now enjoying a 3-touchdown lead as you see Jack Hunt in the huddle, very animated with his defense. They took a timeout. He was obviously concerned at their alignment.
And speaking about Richmond, you bring him up, a much different quarterback than his brother Luke, now up at Wk1. Luke Richmond, a pure drop-back passer in the pocket, stayed in the pocket, great strong arm. And Adam, more smaller, more mobility.
Very, very mobile and very good quickness. And does a great job with his faking and has been a great leader here in this football game for the Chargers.
2nd and 10 for Seymour. We're in the 3rd quarter. Play fake. Pass is tipped and almost intercepted by Andre Tinney out there. And Steve DeBona was the intended pass receiver, and he attracted a crowd.
John LaRoe, number 8, is going to get the first piece of this one. Almost comes up with it, but he deflects it, and then Tinney unable to get the deflection. Right there, it was hit by the intended receiver, and Tinney couldn't drag it in, but a 3rd down for Seymour.
3rd and 10 for the Cats, and they're stopping the clock with the incompleted passes here. Now they go to a single back set, and they give it to the single back. That is Tottenham, cannot get out of the grasp of St. Jake's, one of the 4 captains for Ansona. St. Jake's the type of player that comes out as a freshman, plays for the freshman team JVs the next 2 years, although he saw some defensive action last year at linebacker. A program kid who has really stayed around and done a great job, and now a captain for Ansona. But
like the way he hits too, he's a great form tackler and holds up that middle of the linebacking core for Ansona.
You know, Matt Thomas will boot it away. It's a fine high punt. It is fielded and dropped there. Number 2
recovered by Freeman.
Julius Freeman fell on the football. It was, according to my number 2, Ryan Maciog, who was back there, bobbled the punt, and however, he was saved by Julius Freeman. So the Chargers take over at their 49-yard line, leading by 3 scores. They'll give to big Quayton Jackson. And Jackson barrels into Seymour territory down at the 46-yard line. Capusta and Mike Thompson on the tackle for Seymour.
Quick trap up inside. You see St. Jake's coming on the pull. Coming right behind him, the fullback Jackson picks up about 5, so pretty good 1st down carry for the Chargers.
To the bone, the Chargers, that quick pitch to Tinney. Check that, Julius Freeman. He's picked up the 1st down. Julius Freeman, the junior running back, crosses the 40 down to the 36. Carter trips him up there.
First to make contact with Carter.
Good pull by Keith Nelson out in front of the ball carrier. Then you've got Jackson and Tinney. Allows Freeman to turn the corner, picks up the 1st down inside the 40 at about the Seymour 37-yard line. So the Charger running attack now really starting to take effect. As we get longer into this football, or further into this football game, the size of Ansona, you think, is going to wear on that Seymour front.
Well, this time they give it to Andre Tinney. And the junior running back crosses the 35, inside the 35, taken down by Mike Thompson and Sean Kavanaugh, who was coming for some special praise from Coach Paul Sponheimer this week when I had a chance to talk with the Seymour coach. Sean Kavanaugh has done a great job, has really stepped it up in the preseason here. And he played somewhat last year for the Cats, but is a 2-way starter here this year for the 1999 season. Wishbone for Ansonia. Mott out to the left. Second and about 6. And Freeman, and Buddy's right, Ansonia seems to be wearing Seymour down a little bit. Justin Pepe from his linebacker spot on the tackle.
Every time Ansonia runs, or the majority of the time, they're getting Jackson and Tinney out in front of the ball carrier, Freeman. And they're just finding a little bit of a hole. They're willing to take 3, 4, 5 yards if he breaks it. They're happy. They're picking up very good yardage straight ahead against the Seymour front and then getting to the outside for the bigger play. So if you get the measurement there, they are just short of that first down. They're going to be 4th and less than an inch, maybe an inch and a half. And obviously at this field position with this score, Ansonia's going to come right at Seymour now, try and pick up that first down.
Ansonia getting some younger receivers into the lineup too. Number 83 is Kelly Shortle.
They better get another.
And he'll line up at the left tight end spot. Ansonia goes double tights, a tight formation. And Richmond cracks it forward for an apparent first down. Pepe and DeBona on the stop for Seymour. It is an Ansonia first down.
St. Jake's the blocker, and the quarterback just steps back, goes right over his guard. Jason St. Jake's for the first down. Get a look at a little puppy there coming in.
Robert Lisi now out to the left side. Robert caught one of those touchdown passes from Richmond in the first half. And the inside carry by Jackson, one of the 4 Ansonia captains for the 1999 season. Tottenham on the stop for Seymour.
Not a good mesh on that handoff. Jackson never really had the football, turned it up, picked up at least the line of scrimmage, but Seymour able to stop that one. Ball at about the 25-yard line.
Bob Lisi, offensive coordinator for Ansonia, calling the plays. And of course they have John Sponheimer up on top of the press box here.
Oops.
Helping out.
Trouble on the play.
Problem on the mesh. Thompson on the hit. Kavanaugh with the recovery. And Seymour takes over on the Ansonia turnover.
This one looks ugly all the way as he hits Jackson first, then tries to get the ball back to Tinney. Ball never in the hands of Mr. Tinney, and it just falls to the turf. It's a turnover again for Ansonia, and Seymour will take over at the 31-yard line.
Cats need to do something quickly, though. On the turnover, with about 3 minutes to go here, 3 minutes and a tick left in the third quarter. Seymour at their 31. Matt Thomas, he's going to be wedged after a very, very short pickup, maybe just back to the line of scrimmage. Big Wilbert Howard.
Quarterback steps back and tries to come up inside, and there's
Clayton
an
Jackson.
awful lot of white jerseys there. Jackson, Howard, and company. There's no room for Thomas to turn up inside, and it's a second for the Wildcats.
So a lot of white out there, a lot of white jerseys. Second down for the Cats. Time running down here in the third quarter. Our first Telemedia High School game of the week. Thomas gets it on a short pattern. That is Charlie Rizio, who'll be taken down finally by number 4. That is Adrian Freeman.
Turn out kind of much. Quick throw, and then David Reese is going to have a piece of the jersey here as the ball carrier tries to catch it and turn up. Reese gets a piece of him, and then we'll get help finally. Tackle made there by Ansonia, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 5 for that Seymour offense. They need a first down here.
Split backs for Seymour, and they'll give it to the first back, number 31, Tottenham. He took a good pop. Wilbert Howard saw also Adrian Freeman around the football.
David Reese is going to get the first hit. Watch now as the Tottenham comes through. Reese jacks him up right there, and then Howard just levels him. fourth down, a punting situation, and the Seymour offense really has not been able to do anything here in this third quarter.
Seymour unable to take advantage of Ansonia's turnover. And so Matt Thomas will punt it away. And this time a low punt. And LaRova will just stay away from the football. It'll roll dead at the 30-yard line. We're under a minute to go.
Ball blown dead at the 30-yard line of the Chargers. Ansonia starts first down and 10.
Reminder that at the conclusion of the game, we'll be presenting our Player of the Game award, sponsored by Shelton Mitsubishi. Buddy, before I forget it, we got to thank the athletic directors from both schools. First of all, the host school here, Billy Gargano, newly appointed director of athletics up here in Seymour, has been very, very cooperative with everyone here at Telemedia, and the athletic director of Seymour, of Ansonia, Dennis Gleason. Thanks, gentlemen, for your cooperation and help. Running the football on first down and creating another first down is Julius Freeman. He first taken down in the secondary by Ben Carter. Maybe one more play here in the third quarter, as Ansonia has tacked on one score to go up by 3 scores in this Intra-Valley and Naugatuck Valley League game. Freeman again, they like that side, and Freeman scrambles forward for another first down, and again Kapusta on the stop for Seymour, 6 foot, 186-pound junior.
Following the Wildcat 44, first down and 10 for the Chargers.
And I don't think Ansonia, well, we'll see, they might get off this play. This should be the last play of the third quarter. Should get it off. Breaking loose, the fullback, that is Quayton Jackson. He picks up 8-9 yards, straight ahead.
Jackson carries.
Matt Thomas on the stop
Away
for
off the
Seymour.
booth on the stop. That's the end of the third quarter. Ansonia Chargers 28, Seymour Wildcats 7.
We have played 3 quarters here at Seymour's DeBarber Field. Our third quarter score, Ansonia 28, Seymour 7.
A lot has changed in 75 years, but personal service doesn't have to. Seymour Lumber and Supply Company has been helping to build homes in your community since 1924. They've been catering to your individual needs no matter the size of your project, and they'll continue to provide this personalized quality service well into the next century. So when it comes to building supplies, think Seymour Lumber and Supply Company, a part of your community, a part of your history for 75 years. Seymour Lumber and Supply Company, 85 Bank Street, Seymour.
Welcome back, everyone. So we enter the fourth quarter of play here at DeBarber Field in Seymour. Ansonia methodically running down the clock here. That's Tinney. He's going to be stopped for a loss on the play.
Stopped by Pepe.
Pepe, Justin Pepe on the initial hit, 5'11", 182-pound junior, linebacker.
Loss of 2 on the play, brings up third down about 3.
I'd say, Buddy, that Ansonia would just be content to just run as much of the clock as possible.
Well, we got a lot of football game left here, and it's a little bit early just to try and run the clock. But you're right, Ansonia right now has a commanding lead. They have really dominated the third quarter, and basically they're going to be happy just to get into the locker room with the lead they have. But the way they're going here, they're going to add to it right now.
And that's Tinney on the option pitch from Richmond, and Tinney will go in for the score from 39 yards out. Richmond, the toss to Tinney, and the junior running back takes it in for Ansonia's 5th score of the afternoon.
Richmond waits, does a good job getting the ball outside. Tinney gets to the sidelines, turns the ball to the opposite arm. It's a foot race. He's going to beat Matt Thomas, and he's going to put up the 34th point here for the Chargers. 11-13 left in this fourth quarter. Ansonia has really opened the game up in the last 2 periods.
And Richmond for his 5th conversion of the afternoon. Our new score, Ansonia 35 and Seymour 7.
We said early in that first half that the Chargers did not want to allow the Seymour Wildcats to hang around, and they must have heard us, because since then the Chargers have just put some distance between themselves and Seymour. They have dominated the line of scrimmage, and really passing game has been outstanding from Adam Richmond. Been able to put a lot of points up here since the end of this first half.
Well, Richmond is connected on 3 touchdown passes on the afternoon. Two to David Reese, his tight end, and 1 to Robert Lisi in the second quarter. I think Ansona might look back at that first touchdown pass to Reese in the second quarter as a real critical play. It was Reese had the secondary badly beaten, got behind the secondary, and went in for a score. Richmond will kick it off. That's Ben Carter. He's got a seam on the near sideline, and he'll be taken out of bounds by Julius Freeman.
Run out of bounds by Freeman.
Carter starts up the middle, and they'll break it to the near side. 1 block away from going the distance, and a good job by Julius Freeman in staying in his lane right here, playing through the block and then driving Carter out of bounds right at the 40-yard line.
First and 10.
First down for the Cats. Single setback, passing formation. 3 receivers out to the right side. And on that scissors play, they'll give it to Ben Carter. And he stopped by Adrian Freeman on the play. That play was very successful against Ansonia last year.
Freeman plays off the block very well, comes back to make the stop. About a 2-yard gain for Seymour. Jack Hunt has to be very content on that far sideline. His team well ahead with 10:35 left to go here in this fourth quarter.
And again, Carter lines up as a slot to the right side, single setback. 2 wide receivers outside of Carter. And we'll give it to Josh Tottenham. And what a nice tackle by St. Jakes.
St. Jakes, every time he's made a tackle today, watch the form. He puts his shoulder right through the ball carrier. Solid hit, and then he wraps up. Just a great job by number 51, Jason St. Jakes, the senior, one of the captains of the Ansonia Chargers, and he's done a great job on defense, holding up the middle of that Ansonia defensive front.
Third down for the Cats at their 43-yard line. Back to the I-back formation, and Thomas back to throw. Gets out of a tackle to the 40-yard line, and he'll go down. And David Reese makes sure he goes down at the 40. So it's a loss on the play. It'll bring up a 4th down situation.
Watch Jackson put good pressure on the quarterback. Thomas able to sidestep it, but when he gets to the outside, David Reese just comes up and makes, again, a good stop. Good form tackle right through the numbers, wraps up, and brings Thomas down into a punting situation.
Julius Freeman and Matt back deep.
High snap from center, but Matt composes himself and sends a fine spiral punt down inside the 30. Fair catch called for by Julius Freeman at the 28.
First and 10 Chargers from their own 28.
Should mention to our viewers that the Telemedia High School Game of the Week is brought to you by your friends at Adams Food Stores.
I wouldn't be surprised if this was the last offensive series for Ansonia starting offense. They really, with 8:57, another drive, and I think Coach Hunt would be happy with their work today and get them out. But basically, except for a couple linemen, it's still the basic starting team.
Well, Dana Haig has checked in at right guard for the Chargers, and that's Allen Robertson. Fine sophomore running back showing his skills.
Robertson carries. Carter and Arroyo combined to bring him down.
Ben Carter on the tackle for Seymour.
Robertson gets to the outside. He has great speed. Comes a foot race. Matt Thomas finally gets him at about the 45-yard line.
For the Chargers.
But a great run by Allen Robertson.
Mike Arroyo also in on the tackle, out for his first year of football. First down carry by the Chargers.
Straight ahead handoff to Jackson. Tries to find a little seam. Seymour closes it down. Brings up a second, about 9.
Second and 9.
Football at the Seymour 44-yard line, a little bit more than 8 minutes, now under 8 minutes as the clock continues to run here at the Barber Field. And Allen Robertson takes a couple of pops and back to the original line of scrimmage at the 44-yard line. Slowed up by the Seymour defense led by Tottenham and Jason Barker.
Time out with injured Seymour ball player.
And we have an injured Seymour player on the field. That gives us an opportunity to say that our score here in the fourth quarter is Ansonia 35 and Seymour 7. Let's take our own timeout.
Adams Superfood Store is serving you better and saving you more with everyday low prices in every department. From tempting baked treats to hand-picked produce, from fresh seafood to delectable deli meats, you'll find the best in quality and selection everywhere you look. And you'll save even more on already low prices with the Adams Club Card. Adams Superfood Store, serving you better, saving you more.
Receive a free Turkey Dollar certificate for every $50 you spend using your Adams Club Card. Each certificate is worth $1 toward the purchase of your Thanksgiving turkey and fixings.
Coming off the field under his own power for Seymour, Sean Cavanaugh, 5'11", 195-pound junior, shaken up on the last play. And happy to see that Sean is coming off the field and appears to be all right. The trainer with him. Ansonia will have a 3rd and 9. They're at the Seymour 44 and really have been in command of this football game
for the Chargers at the Wildcat 44
for some time now. 35-7 Ansonia, our Telemedia High School football game of the week. Mott to the bottom part of your screen. Wishbone for the Chargers. On the option, they pitch. That's Julius Freeman. He'll at the 35 as Seymour misses a couple of tackles, and Freeman will pick up the first down.
Freeman, the ball carrier, hit by Pepe.
Justin Pepe on the stop along with Ben Carter. And another Ansonia first down.
As Richmond gets rid of it, Kapusna gets a good stick. Good job here by Freeman making Thomas miss. Makes another guy miss before Justin Pepe gets him from behind, but it's another first down for the Charger offense as they are inside the 30-yard line.
I'm sure Jack Hunt, Buddy, is when he looks at the game films, I'm sure, game tapes, I'm sure there's a lot of things he'll want to improve, but overall I think he'll be satisfied. First down, Ansonia at the Seymour 30. That's Robertson. Let's see if he bounces it outside. He wants to cut it back up, and Robertson close to the line to gain for another first down, and I think he's picked it up. Arroyo on the stop, Mike Arroyo.
Again, Robertson gets behind his two blocking backs, Freeman and Jackson, then just follows them up off tackle, picks up another first down across the 20, off the 19-yard line. So again, Ansonia really dominating that line of scrimmage, running that football straight ahead at the Seymour defense.
Kelly Short will tight end to the left side on a wishbone formation. Quayton Jackson. Maybe they want to give him a score here this afternoon. Taken down by Tottenham, or was that Arroyo? Arroyo?
Jackson, the ball carrier, stop made by Arroyo.
Jesse is right. Jesse Schremer, our spotter here. It was Arroyo on the play.
Jackson got in there very quickly, down inside the 10-yard line for another first down and a first and goal situation for Ansonia.
Wishbone formation. First and goal for Ansona inside the 10. And I think they want to have Quayton Jackson lug that football into the end zone. He just did.
Jackson in for a touchdown. 8 yards.
Reverse handoff in the belly. Jackson makes a little cut back and then into the end zone for the 6 points.
You know, buddy, he's listed at 6'1", 222 pounds. I think he's more than 200.
He looks a little bigger than that.
I think they might have understated his weight. And I'll have to check with the Ansonia coaching staff this week. Well, it'll be Richmond attempting another point after. And he just keeps kicking them, and he keeps on making them. Our new score from up here at Seymour. Ansonia 42, Seymour 7. Before I forget, let me mention the opponents for both these area schools next week. First of all, Seymour. They'll try to get on track when they face the Wilby Wildcats, and they'll be up in Waterbury for that football game. Wilby Wildcats coached by Don Boland, so the Cats in action next weekend. And Ansonia's next opponent, and that's happens to be our
next game
on Telemedia Sports. Holy Cross Crusaders, and they're 1-0 on the young season, having defeated Torrington. That'll be at Ansonia's Jarvis Stadium.
Jack Hunt talking to his kickoff team. He's got a lot of young men out there, new players, and
he's wrapping his hands around. That's number 1. That's Justin Huja. And Justin coming out onto the field, and as you mentioned, buddy, a lot of young kids there. Justin is a 5'8", 150-pound sophomore. I'm sure Jack Hunt did not expect to clear the bench here this afternoon.
Richmond will kick.
But you never know.
Carter Thomas back deep.
Richmond to kick it off, end over end. And Carter on the return. And Ben at the 40, at the 50. Richmond, the lone defender to beat. And Adam Richmond takes him out of bounds.
Carter on the return.
At the 33-yard
Out of
line
bounds by Richmond.
of Ansonia.
Ansonia with some substitutions, and Seymour takes advantage of it as Carter comes up into the wedge and then breaks to the outside. Again, Adam Richmond, who is the last guy, just does a great job of playing the sideline and driving Carter out of bounds at about the 32-yard line and just preventing the touchdown, and that's all Ansonia really is concerned about.
So the Cats on the Ansonia 32-yard line. Trying to punch in another score here. Charlie Rizzio running the football inside the 30. St. Jake's.
Rizzo, the ball carrier.
5'7", 202 pounds, senior captain linebacker.
Last play just coming right up over that right guard.
3, second down and 7.
St. Jake's with the stop, about a 3-yard gain for Seymour, and a second down for the Wildcats.
Charlie Rizzio is the tailback. In front of a new fullback. I think that's Frazier in at fullback. And it's, as Paul Sponheimer, there are a lot of substitutes in. Rizzio runs the football, close to a first down at the 25. 35.
A little bit of that counter back up inside, picked up about 4.
Third down about 3.
35 Bud is Jason Frazier. Third and short at the 25 as we wind down the time here in our first game of the season on Cable 10 Sports. On the option, we'll give it to the up back. That's Frazier. He falls forward. And getting up, number 72 is Keith Nelson.
Tackle made by Nelson.
At the bottom of that pile, defensive tackle. Keith is a 6'1", 222-pound senior.
Fourth down about 2.
Fourth and short for Seymour. Frazier, the up back, and Rizzio behind him as the I back. Cats need 1.5 yards for the first down. And they're going to pick it up. Rizzio. Charlie is a 5'9", 175-pound sophomore.
Wildcats pick up a first down and 10.
Straight ahead, Rizzio comes through and picks up the 2 yards for the first down. Ball at about the 21-yard line. We're under 3 minutes and 30 seconds left to go here as our camera crew at the top of the building in the shadows of the Barber Field.
Wilbert Howard has come off the field, and Dana Haig has replaced him on the defensive line. That's Frazier, and Haig coming in, gets the initial hit on Frazier.
Fullback tries to get off tackle with the belly.
Adrian Freeman.
Good job by the Chargers just closing it off. Might have picked up about 1 yard as the ball sits right at the 20-yard line for the Wildcats.
And the Wildcats get that first team backfield in there now. And that's Carter running the football. Carter up the middle inside the 5-yard line, and he made the play. The touchdown, Ben Carter from 21 yards out for the second Seymour score of the afternoon.
Carter just comes straight up the middle, avoids a tackle at about the 20, about the 15, and then breaks some tackles going into the end zone for that Seymour touchdown.
And the Wildcats will take a timeout here with 2:25 remaining in the football game.
They're short a guy, and one of the players on the special teams looked like Cavanaugh, who was injured before, and the player who was supposed to replace him did not get on the field, so Seymour had to take the timeout. They only had 10 men on the field.
You know, buddy, we talked about it already, that Paul Sponheimer, we mentioned in the pregame, a young, inexperienced team. His coaching, he said that it's almost been like clinic coaching for him in the practices, because they really have had to do an awful lot of teaching. They lost so many players from last year. Only about 5 players really on this team that really had any extensive playing time last year. So the teaching and learning are going to continue here at Seymour. You're going to see development week in and week out because they've got a great staff up here at Seymour High School.
One of the problems with Bobby Keller's offense is that you need some players who have pretty good feel to do some of the things Bobby asked them to do, and that's going to come with time.
And Kapusta gets on the 14th point this afternoon for the Cats. Our new score here in Seymour. Ansonia 42 and Seymour 14. And a reminder again, at the conclusion of the game, our Shelton Mitsubishi player of the game. And as always, we have some input up here in the press box. Buddy, once again, it's very, very encouraging to see the crowd out here on a fine Sunday afternoon. One game delayed one day with our inclement weather. Floyd causing that. Hurricane Floyd, and downgraded to a tropical storm, but very encouraging. Just a great day and up here in Seymour. Kapusta will onside it. Only problem is it will not go the required 10 yards. So Ansona could take it right at that spot. He has to go 10 yards before Seymour has a chance at the football. You've got a whole different unit in there for Ansonia.
The legal procedure penalty against the Wildcats. Chargers will take the football at the Seymour 46-yard line, first down and 10.
And quarterbacking for Ansonia now will be their fine sophomore quarterback, 6 foot, 160-pound Craig Bahoon. And so some of the younger Chargers will be in there now at the Seymour 46. And they're going to hand off to number 15 for Ansonia. That is
Linder, the ball
Chris
carrier.
Linder. Might remember his brother Ron played for Ansonia last year.
Just straight ahead to the fullback here, as now Ansonia just interested in running the clock out. Seymour's got their young team in, so we're basically at a JV scrimmage here for the remaining 2 minutes of this football game, and giving both teams, their young players, an opportunity to get into this football game.
Vin Delavolpe out to the left side, running the football for Ansonia, number 33, and putting his head down and running the football is Nate Washington.
The ball carrier.
And Thomas on the stop for the Cats.
Stop is made by Thomas.
Delavolpe gets to the outside, turns up,
Put down the floor.
picks up about 7 yards on the carry. Nate Washington in there for Seymour or for Ansonia also.
Ball resting at the 40-yard line. It's a third down. Just about a minute left to go here. A couple more snaps, and we will have concluded our first game of the season. Out of the wishbone. Bahoon hands it off. Let's see if I can give the credit to the young running back there. Number 25 for Ansonia. That is Eric Feliciano. Matt Thomas along with Carter on the stop.
Thomas is out of the game. If he's making tackles, we got a problem. He's been out for a while. So
that would probably be the
Panaleo.
Panaleo.
Number 81, and yeah.
Okay, Panaleo. Panaleo's number 16. And maybe a Royal on that play. We're a little tired. It's a long game.
It's been a while here. We're not in regular season. We don't get those pre-games to get ready for the first game.
It's going to take us a while. It's not going to take this young man a while. He's running well for Ansonia. Nate Washington, only a sophomore, 5'8", 130 pounds. And on replay, Bahoon, pitch to Washington.
Ball goes over on downs. Wildcats will have it.
And the ball goes over on downs as Ansonia fails to come up with the necessary 10 yards for the first down. And we've just got about 8 3/10 seconds. We do have 8 3/10 seconds left.
About the 37 first.
Or is that 18? Okay, I just went to the eye doctor. 18 3/10 of a second remaining.
And if the guy in the clock was any good, we'd be home by now.
He's only doing his job. James Carey.
We're waiting for his input here on player of the game from Mr. Carey and Mr. Rehnquist here, but he could have had us out of here by now, but 18 3/10 seconds left to go.
A shot of our sideline camera operator, Walter Ortoliva.
He's back in business.
Yep. He's had some fond memories up here in Seymour. Get a great shot there. Great job by a crew. We may not be in mid-season form, but they are. Led up by Director Ron Karka. First down. Let's see if the Cats just keep it on the ground. Of course they will. And just give to the tailback, and let's see if I can give credit to the ball carrier. It's Rizzio. And the time is just going to run down here. Run out.
Made by Holt.
That's it.
Time
is run out here.
At 42.
Butler Field in Seymour. Our final score, Ansonia 42 and Seymour 14. We'll be coming right back with our Shelton Mitsubishi player of the game.
Why wait for the millennium? Experience it now at Shelton Mitsubishi. The 2000 Eclipse. If you like the outside, you're going to love what's on the inside. Own it all for just $2,000 down, $222 a month. Call 1-800-BIG-MITS for all the details, or visit them in Shelton next to Walmart. The 2000 Eclipse. You'll never ask about Y2K again.
Well, buddy, our first Shelton Mitsubishi Player of the Game Award for the 1999 football season goes to Ansonia senior quarterback, playing his starting his first varsity football game at quarterback for Ansonia, Adam Richmond. Adam, step in for a couple of presentations. First, the plaque.
And the T-shirt. And I might as well make the joke, it'd probably be on your girlfriend before it's on you, but congratulations, just a great effort. Coming into this one, you had a couple tough scrimmages. How did you guys approach this football game against Seymour, team that beat you last year?
Well, we watched film 2 times a week and just prepared really hard. And this week we had great practices and showed today.
You guys really did, and I thought your throwing was outstanding. Do you guys work, is this a football team that wants to throw first or run first? Based on today's game, I think you're going to throw the ball a lot more.
Ansona is known as a running team. We'll still run the ball, but I think after today we'll start to put the ball in the air and see what happens.
You did a great job in the option also, and you got 3 good running backs and a couple guys on the bench that want to be in there. You go against Holy Cross next week. How does this football team go week to week? Are you a team that worried about down the road, or is this a team that takes one game at a time?
We're definitely a team that takes one game at a time. That's all you could do, because you think about a team ahead, you're doubtful that you're going to lose to the team that you're going to play next. So we go game by game.
Adam, you did a great job. I thought for a first start, it was just outstanding. And we're going to come back, and maybe you're going to be here with us next week as we go against Holy Cross.
Yep. Thank you very much.
Okay, Adam, stay with us for just a little bit. That'll wrap things up from here at the Barber Field in Seymour. And this reminder for our viewers that our next Telemedia High School football game of the week is going to be the Holy Cross Crusaders down at Ansonia's Jarvis Stadium, and that game will be brought to you by Adams Super Food Stores. And once again, the final score from here at the Barber Field in Seymour, Ansonia 42 and Seymour 14. And on behalf of our Shelton Mitsubishi Player of the Game Award winner, Adam Richmond and Buddy Chernovitz, Ed Clements, goodbye, everyone.